Hey guys, it's Leann and welcome back. It is Flosstube 132. Today is April 1st and yeah, we're gonna come back for a 2-week check-in. So I hope everyone is doing well. Happy April. It's crazy. So in true fashion, since I just said happy April, you may notice something new in my screenshot. My sewing machine has lost its desk for a little bit and I have seeds started. So here we have some tomato seeds. Actually, my tomatoes are the only thing that have actually germinated so far, but I've got bell peppers, jalapenos, banana peppers, and some tomatoes here ready. I direct sow cucumbers, zucchini, beans, and I am also hoping to do onions and potatoes this year, so we'll see how it goes. But this is my new addition to my videos, so I hope everyone is doing well. We have a couple projects to talk about today. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to be precise. It is spring break here for us here in Michigan. Actually, my husband took the day off so we could spend some time with our daughter, but he is on his way to take her to my parents' house, and she is gonna go to I think it's Cleveland Aquarium with them. And she's so excited. It's gonna be like she's staying the night at their house tonight, then they're leaving and spending the night down there. So she's beyond excited, and it is the first time my daughter's left the state. So maybe that's a fail from me as a parent, but it is the first time she'll leave the state. So she's very excited. So let's talk some stitching. So like I said, I think we have 8 projects to go over. Some have more progress than others. But yeah, let's talk. So I figured today was a great opportunity to do this before we get too much into April. And then we have to worry about all the April stitching that comes with it too. So first we're gonna start with Halloween Night. This is my cropped version. It is by Tilton Crafts. I believe it is still available. I think it's a Shutterstock picture actually too, if I'm not mistaken. So this is where we were in the last video that I showed it. We had just started a new page, our second row of pages, because we have officially hit all the row across that I will be doing. So since then I've added 1,300 stitches, and here we are now. So just working more on this page over here. We've got another part of the haunted house coming through, and then I'm not 100% positive if this is part of a headstone or if it's something sitting on top. I mean, I could look at the picture, but we'll probably see what that comes to be here soon. So this is where we're at on it. This is a 20 count Aida 2/1 full cross with DMC. So it gets quite bulky, but yes. My goal for this one, if you are new, is to have this piece finished by the end of this year. All right, I'm just kind of grabbing things right now. They're not going to necessarily be in a particular order. So, okay, my one that's actually on a hoop. So I decided, I think I mentioned in my last video that I have purchased the Empyrean SAL from Forbidden Fiber Co. And I was waiting on it to come in the last video. It didn't take very long to get to me at all. But it came last week and I started it right away. So parts, when I received it, parts 1, 2, and 3 were released. Then part 4 was released, and then I think part 5 was released. Part 1 is the one that came originally before they started releasing them. It gets released weekly. So I have part 2 done, and then I am working on part 1 right now. So yes, I am behind, but that's what happens when you buy stitch-alongs after they've already started for a couple of weeks. So it came as a kit. You get the pattern every week. And then it came with the fabric, which I got an 18 count in Feather Tail from Forbidden Fiber Co. And then it came with all the floss. It came with 2 skeins of Black Magic, which is the black, which I just put them together and put on one. Midas Touch is our gold. And then we have 2 different blues. Our blue is indigo, and then we have like a grayish blue, which is College Gate, and then Shadow, which is our light gray. So there's our colors for the whole thing. So far I've used a lot of this one, some of this one, and a little of these two. So I will show you where I'm at. Like I said, this is an ongoing sale. I'm extremely behind. There's so many other people that have it done, more done, I should say. But this is where I am. So this was part 2. This whole saying was part 1. It's going to say a dragon without its rider. Oh my gosh, I just blanked on the whole thing. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without its dragon is dead, is what it's going to say. So this is where I'm at so far. Like I said, 2, 1, and then this whole section now is done. I'm gonna be late, it's fine. But this is Seagal. So Seagal. So she's the blue dragon. So that's where I'm at on this. Just working on it a little bit every single day. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'll have to put this one back on a hoop because I have not worked on this today at all so far. And I put it in my, I'm gonna flip this down so you can't see my pattern, but I put it in my Bad Goliath bag that I showed last time that I also got from Forbidden Fiber Co. I was originally putting my birthday start in it, but we have a Empyrean, we have the Empyrean stitch along, so it needs to go in the Bad Goliath bag. Okay, next up is when I am not done. It is one of my 1,000 stitches. This is the Home Prayer. I will link it below. I had started this last year, my own floss and fabric conversion. This is where I was on it. I had finished the first row where it's the start of the prayer, where it says Lord and then the flowers. So far I've put in 732 stitches, so I still have like 268 to go. So here is where I am now. So it says, Lord, please make my, and we're starting on day. So this is where I'm at. It's blowing the colors out a little bit, but it's probably right there is pretty true. If you hear snoring, Cupcake is in here sleeping right now, so you probably will hear snoring in the background. I apologize, but at least she's not whining, so we'll deal with the snoring. So this is where I'm at. So hopefully we'll see how far we can get in this second line before it gets put away for a little while. This one I'm finding, even though it's an 18 count, I have to do in really good lighting because the opalescent screws with the holes in my eyeballs. So, but like I said, you can see the opalescent when you bring it back a little bit, but there you go. You can see it too. I'm really enjoying this piece though. It's been fun to work on. Okay, so I was able to do my goal for the next month, and I got another Pokemon done. So this is my Pokemon chart I am doing. I started it in February for my daughter's birthday, and that is when I completed Me Too. I'll put a picture of where it was because I think I had also started on the tail of this one. So I have completed it. I actually put in 1,335 stitches to complete this one, which was hard to work around, but I have finished Aerodactyl. I have to look these up as I do them. So this one was kind of hard. I have had to print the chart out in color and compare it to Pattern Keepers so I can figure out where exactly they end, because it's a little bit more difficult because I have a Pokemon here and a Pokemon like here. That's why if you look at the fire, it's not exactly, because there's a crown of another Pokemon that comes like in this, and then there's another one over here. So, but I got 2 done. We got Mewtwo and Aerodactyl completed so far. So my daughter is loving this. Actually, I don't know if she's 100% seen Aerodactyl since it's been finished, now that I think about it. So there's what we got on our Pokemon chart this month. We'll see if I get another Pokemon done this month or not. Okay, what's up next? My birthday stitch. This was Colorful Abstract. I started it for my birthday. I gave you guys a sneak peek in the last video because I don't normally show pieces when I'm in the middle of them, but I did, just like you saw Home Prayer. But I ended up getting my 1,000 stitches on this, and then I put it away. So I actually just only had to put 500 in, which is now at 0.94%. So hopefully you saw where I was in my last video. And here is where we are now. So I'm going to bring it back so you can see it a little bit, but you can start to see some of the abstractness coming through. I'll bring it up closer because it will blow it out, partially because of the fabric color, partially because it's my lighting. So there's where we've gotten to 1,000 stitches. I'll bring it back again, and that's what it looks like. I love the colorful. The colors just make me smile in this, but there's a lot of confetti in this as well, so yeah, love it. And I actually, since I finished my dad's project and I haven't been working on keeping like hoops and stuff with my projects, I just put it in this little bag I got from Amazon. No, I did not. My brother got this for me. He drew me one year for Christmas. Not this past year, the year before. So, okay. What's up next? Next was another 1,000 spin. This is Little Loggerhead. It is from Cross Stitch for Everyone. I started this last year. It's on a 20 count Ada. This is where we were, and I added another 1,000 stitches. I got my rotation done. So here is where we are now. So in typical Leann fashion, I decided to switch this over to diagonals. You can see the line a little bit because they're lighter colors right through there, but that's okay. It'll come out. But yes, so I finished this entire diagonal, and then I started up here again. And this is the jellyfish in the top left. So you can see the little bubbles and everything too. So I love this piece. There's more color changes in here happening than you would think, but isn't that the case with most full coverage? So exciting. I love it. This is going to be a super short video for me. I only have 2 more pieces to talk about. Next was my 2-week focus, which was I call Patriotic Eagle. I got it from Etsy. This is where it was. I got 2,135 stitches in it. So my 2-week focus, I try to do 150 a day for 2 weeks. And here we are now. The only thing I wish I do this 1/1. So when you get really close, you can really see kind of the white a little bit behind. It kind of blows it out a little bit. So if I do really dark things, I will probably do it on a higher count fabric. If I'm doing 1/1, lighter ones, perfectly fine. But here's where we are. So I've decided with a lot of my pieces for diagonal, I love stitching in the diagonal. I will probably just continue and not necessarily do it page by page anymore. We'll see. But right now, that's kind of what I'm feeling. But yeah, here we are. This is where we got to. Isn't it so good? I love it. And then there's another star starting down here. So love it. Love it. And then I decided to start yet another thing. And I started this yesterday because I have the fabric and I am no way, shape, or form going to try to keep up with Catherine's stitches. But I saw it originally from Catherine and I bought the pattern, and I think Sarah has started it also. I think I saw it on her Instagram, or Sarah, was it your Instagram or was it your Flosstube? I don't remember. Anyways, this is Princesses. Is by Anna Tara Cross Stitch. It is on Etsy, and I've gotten a whopping 244 stitches done on this. And this is where I'm at. So I'm decided to leave the black in on the border. I'll put a picture of it here, because there was some things in that carry over into the border that I didn't want to lose, like the bubbles and the part of the wave next to Moana, some of the flowers that just go around the border, stuff like that, Belle's dress. So I'm going to do the border even though it's so much black. So here's where we're at. The first diagonal is pretty much complete, which is right here. And then this is starting in the second diagonal. I'm kind of just doing some of the black as I go. So like I said, it's only got 244 stitches. This is a 22 count with CXC 1/1. So yeah, it looks pretty darn good. So my little baby start. And that is all I've worked on. I feel like it's nothing, but I feel like it's a bunch at the same time. So, have I done anything for haul? If you hear Cupcake whining, I'm sorry. She's not happy right now because Bella left. So, I have purchased one thing. I spent my birthday money on Etsy and I bought a big old piece of 25 count. I think it's actually easy count for my Snape's library that I'm going to restart. Actually, I think I should be able to get enough for another project out of it too, hopefully. And that's on its way. I used my gift cards that I got for my birthday, and then I spent like $15 out of pocket for that giant piece of fabric. So I think it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So that's exciting. That's the only thing of haul that I bought. Anything period that I bought in the last 2 weeks. So life-wise, we have finished semester 3. I don't know her final grades yet. Semester 4, her last marking period, will start next week when she goes back to school, and it is the last marking period of 4th grade, and that is insane to me. I think June 6th is her last day of school, so this is gonna be a little bit busy. She's got her spring concert coming up in May. She's got her band concert, first band concert coming up in May. They have their, it's called Mini Society, which is a way to teach kids like economics and like stuff like that. I don't know, that's part of their thing. They have that coming up in May. Like, it's the end of the year stuff. So, husband's been staying super busy with work. Work's been busy for whatever reason for me lately. So, we're just kind of in the daily grind here. So, other than that, I've been doing audiobooks. I paid, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. Most libraries, you get Libby or Hoopla for free when you join. Mine is weird. So my local library is not part, for my town, is not part of a bigger network. They're like a standalone library, so they don't have like all this other stuff. So I chose to go, okay, let me try to explain this really. It's jumbled in my brain. I live basically on the border of 2 counties, essentially. I live technically in 1 county, but my mailing address, because it's right on that borderline, is for the other county, if that makes any sense. So the other county, the one I have my mailing address in, is where we go to the library. It's closer to us. It's literally like 3-4 minutes down the road. Whereas the county we live in, our town has its own library, but they're not part of a bigger network, I guess. So they don't really have like Hoopla and Libby and stuff. So because we don't live in the county that we go to the library in, we of course can have a library card. Anybody can have a library card, but they will not give us the free access to the Libby and Hoopla and stuff like that because we're not a resident technically. So I went and talked to the librarian. You can pay for access, but they won't give it to you for free. And the poor librarian, the branch manager, was trying to even find a workaround. And I'm like, I don't think they've already recognized that I don't live in the county. And he's like, dang it. So I paid for 6 months, and I'm so excited to have Libby and Hoopla back. And I listen to books a lot while I work. So I was just burning through my husband's Audible credits like no other, which is fine. He was 100% okay with it, but like eventually I was going to run out. So this was better for me than to buy the books on Audible. So since then I have done 2 books, and I have halfway through a third. So I have finished The Women by Kristen Hanna. I am a big Kristen Hanna fan. I have loved everything of hers that I've read or listened to. Like I said, you can call it cheating if you want, but I typically do it on audiobooks. The Women is about the Vietnam War, and it follows a nurse in the Vietnam War, a female nurse at that. So, and then the other one I've listened to is The Winter Garden, which is a World War II era, but this one is a little bit different. It follows like the Russian side of World War II, and it's really good. She also has The Nightingale, which is a World War II book, so recommend both of those. I have loved every Kristen Hanna book that I have done. And I've done, which ones have I done? The Winter Garden, The Women, The Nightingale, and The Four Winds, I think, are the ones that I've loved all 4 of them. So the one I'm halfway through right now it's called All We Thought We Knew by Michelle, I think it's Shockley. I can't read my own handwriting. And that one is good so far, but I'm waiting to figure out how it ties in because there's 2 different things going on. There's one from, I think it's supposed to be present day, which is kind of in the Vietnam War era. And then it flashes back to a different person, and that is in the World War II era. And I think the 2 things are about ready to collide and figure out how they all interchange. So that will be interesting. So that's the one I'm currently listening to. So yeah, that's about all from us. So I guess I'm kid-free for the next 2 nights, which is just gonna be weird. So my husband's home tonight because he took the day off work to kind of hang out with our daughter before she was gonna go. And then tomorrow I'm home by myself for a while because he has a union, like I don't know if it's a state or region or whatever, but it's all the like MPFFU, which is the national union or what I don't know, for the firefighters. So he's got that, and a couple of the guys from this department are going too. So we'll probably do leftovers tomorrow night because that way he can eat before he has to go, and then yeah. So all right, I'm just rambling. So I hopefully will see you guys in about 2 weeks. I didn't tell you our next 2-week focus piece. So our next 2-week focus piece one is Faces of Fairy. I think it's Faces of Fairy 237, the black and white version. I'll put a picture in. This is our next 2-week focus. So we'll see what kind of progress we make on this one. And I'm all in background sky right now. So, you know, it's not going to be anything super interesting to see. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Remember, your mental health is important, and to take time for yourself each and every day, and to be a light to the world around you. And thank you so much for always coming and hanging out and interacting in the comments and giving these videos a watch. I know there's a lot of floss tubers now. There wasn't so many almost 10 years ago. Gosh, I feel so old saying that. But yeah, so thank you guys. I will hopefully see you guys in about 2 weeks.